check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Always check the mic. That way you don't end up like I have in the past. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Let's go. Motivated every single day. I worked out today. I sweated out my pores. It felt good. Now I'm basically dehydrated. I need some water. I want to put the lemon, this mini little lemon. It's a beautiful little lemon. So you can put this lemon right, and you don't want to do that too. They say there's a lot of bacteria maybe on the outside of the lemon, but these are organic lemons, haven't been sprayed, so that's the hope that you could use that zest. When you're using zest, you want to make sure you use an organic lemon. Let's decalcify the pineal gland. Let's get the lemon into the water. Let's get the lemon water into the body. Let's get alkaline. Let's do what we do every single day, keeping ourselves looking young. I'm about to turn 40 years old, and I feel like I am 28. I feel amazing. When I'm 50, I'm going to feel like I'm 38. I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to be 10 years younger every single year. I love it, baby. I love it. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We're going to break down Bitcoin. I've already given an update to everyone in the trading group. We have a pretty good idea of where we're headed and what's going on. We're going to kind of continue the strategy, look at where we're at, and continue to push forward. Shout out to anyone that's been rocking with me for the last 3-4 years. It's been an amazing journey. We've called Bitcoin many, many times. We've had a lot of ups and downs. We've had some shorts. We've had some wins. Hey, we've had a couple losses too. We've survived though, and we are still here. Shout out to each and every one of you. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Stay hydrated. Stay believing in ourselves. Your mind is the opportunity that can change everything in your life. Remember, once your mind changes, everything else will follow through. And drink out of a glass if you can. Let's get the music back up and running. Let's feel the motion. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. Appreciate you all for jumping on in. We love you. We love you more than you would ever know. May God bless you all. Cold plunge. I love cold plunges. 100%. I know all about the cold plunge. Cold plunge is amazing. 100%. But it's hard to get to a cold plunge or to make a cold plunge. You gotta have to do it. Bro, you have cold plunge, it will boost you. I've done it many times, man. You've made your point. Appreciate you. I used to go into a cold plunge every single day of my life. You can take a cold shower. I did a cold shower for 3 years. I got over it, honestly. It's good for inflammation. It can make you younger. It does great things. Ice water for the win. Found a gym, $3 per plunge. That's amazing. That's what you need. Yeah, if you can get a gym where you can just plunge for 3 beans, that's perfect. That's what you need. You know what I mean? 100% though, I'm all about that. Shout out to everybody here. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. Sam Price. We can go up to 11,700 followers, on our way to 12,000. Greatly appreciate it. All right. And I want to ask you, are you going to long-term hold ARB, Arbitrum? Or just swing trade? Or perpetual? What are your plans? What are your plans for trading that puppy? Let me know. Are you going to long-term hold ARB, Arbitrum, or just swing trade, or perpetual? I want to know. What are your plans for trading it? I just want to see what people are thinking about. I'm thinking of holding it long-term and swing trading it. That's what I'm thinking of doing. I want to wait for that perfect time where it kind of gets into the sweet spot. That's something I'm definitely focused on. It's already got a pretty big market cap, though. So, Sam, can you check the charts? We'll take a look at Arbitrum. We've already been all over it this morning. Taking a look at it here on the 5-second chart. It took an absolute plunge back to the downside. Anyone that thought they were going to get a lot of people jumped in here. They got absolutely wrecked. Never chase these coins. The dumbest idea you could ever make. If you're not on the inside, if you didn't get access to these coins through some VC project, through some seed round, I'm telling you right now, a bunch of people got into this when it was probably pennies. Pennies when they first got in, and they all got to sell at $11. This was when they made their money, the VCs. They don't care about this coin anymore. It's over for them. They dumped on retail, and that's what happens. It's kind of what, it's kind of sad, but and I've seen this hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, maybe even 1,000 times. So never chase a coin. If you got in here and you were able to sell up there, but that happened that's a 5-second candle. So you're telling me you weren't able to buy and sell in 15 seconds? It's just unlikely. These are the 5-second charts, so look how quickly this thing went to the downside. Just be careful, please. Do not jump on new coins. Do not get excited. That's not your opportunity. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't think I say I do should be taking as financial advice, but That is not your opportunity of a lifetime. All right, a lot of people see it. Oh my God, Arbitrum, oh, this is crypto. Oh! What a horrible decision. Let's talk about the Keystone Wallet. Keystone Wallet is air-gapped. It never gets connected to the internet or to your computer. It only takes pictures of QR codes and facilitates blockchain movement. You can, however, charge it with batteries, or you can take the charger off and plug the charger in. This piece never gets actually connected to your computer. It cannot be touched. It cannot be gapped. It is called air-gapped. It's a really, really big thing to think about it. And it has a fingerprint scanner and a camera. Beautiful LCD screen, like a normal phone. This is the Keystone hardware wallet. I'm going to have a link in the description probably by tomorrow to get an affiliate link to this thing. They sent me to do a review of this thing. I absolutely love it. I'm going to spend more time with it. But even if you don't get a Keystone, whatever you do, get yourself a hardware wallet today. This thing, they have an Essential, which is good for long-term hold. They have the Pro. This is only $179, and this thing is top-notch, well-made, comes with a lot of extra accessories and things you can do. Also, they have a seed phrase holder that's metal. Comes with like a locking mechanism. I mean, you could end up locking this thing with a padlock, see? So it can't be opened. And here you go. This would be your seed phrase in here in metal. They have all the metal numbers that you're going to pop out inside of like a disc here, metal letters. And then so you would actually build the seed phrase. It's probably painstakingly long. I can only imagine. But they got every letter. And you can make your seed phrase, all right, through metal. And then you can put it wherever you need. This is insane. I think that's pretty cool. So it comes with it, and that's extra though. You do pay extra for that. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Keystone, baby. And we haven't, all they did was send me the wallet. I'm not sponsored or anything by them. We're in talks though. We want to see what can happen, but just kind of make you understand what's happening here. Let's get into Bitcoin. Enough is enough. I'm looking for a bearish retest of this trend line here, of basically 27,000. Let me bring that music down. 27,460 and 77 cents, of course. And I saw the shoulder, head and shoulder. It didn't look good, but I saw it. You don't see that? That's a head and shoulder pattern if you can't pay attention. And it did drop. I mean, that's a bit of a scalp there. I called out the right shoulder before it even happened. We were kind of right here, and I said, man, it looks like we could make a right shoulder. The 15-minute was low, so I was looking for the 15-minute to come, make a right shoulder, get rejected by the point of control or this kind of, local resistance, and then roll on over. It's exactly what we saw happen. So if you're in the trading group so far, we were spot on with the movement of Bitcoin since I woke up at about 7 in the morning. I was up late till about 1 in the morning in the trading group, grinding. So just doing my thing. So Bitcoin is now, in my humble, someone said we have retest. Yeah, someone's like saying opposite of what I see. I do not see it that way. Come to the live stream. So look, I mean, that's a bearish retest. 7 minutes about to dump on you. Let's take a look if we have liquidity to the downside for BOOKMAP. And we kind of do. I mean, there's not as much up here. You have this red bar, 27.2. It's your bigger order, which is kind of pressing us to the downside. We're even, Steven. We're in the middle here. Could be worse or better, depending. It's a little closer to 27.2 than 27.5, but it does show sideways movement. It is Thursday. After rough weeks, Thursdays tend to get to low volume, and Fridays tend to, like, everyone's so beat. You have to remember, we're so beat up by the emotions of the week that people just kind of mail in Thursday and Friday as traders. They really do. And they go like, you know what? I'm going to let the weekend play out. I'm going to let the bond market kind of figure its way. I'm going to see how gold plays out. And we kind of come back in Sunday night and get ready. We'll be trading all weekend long, don't get me wrong. But I'm talking about the traditional stock market. So right off the bat, we did see this. And now I see a move to the downside coming on the 7-minute time frame because this is what's called a bearish retest. I drew this already because I wanted to see this bearishly retest the level 27,464. This is simple support and resistance. Previous resistance was right here. Resistance, right? You broke back above it. You bounced. You fell back below it. That's going to be your resistance. It was a previous support zone, which was also a previous resistance zone. So, for me, it tells me to heed this. Could this be a slight cup and handle? We've seen, you'd be pushing it. I have played this pattern on the 1 minute, and it has, remember, I don't know if you remember, We were following Bitcoin when it absolutely tanked on the 1 minute, and like this was the pattern that would reverse us back to the upside. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, but it's a bit of a stretch. I'm just giving you something from my memory from back in the day. Ready? I'm not saying that's guaranteed, but I do remember a 1 minute chart. The pattern looked very similar to this, about 80 to 90% like this pattern of a fractal, and we didn't get the move. So it is what it is. So let's take a look here at what we're looking at the 7 minute time frame. Shout out to my lifers. Shout out to all the Blue Crew. Shout out to everybody that holds me down every single day. CNC Ireland, we love you. I don't know what happened to my DMs. God bless you, though, for hitting up my team. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody here on the live. RIPB, it switched. Elon tweeted about Doge this morning. See what this person said? You said 20K yesterday. That's not true. You know what I said yesterday? I said I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. And I said I have no idea where Bitcoin's going. You can go find the quote of me saying that I have no idea where Bitcoin's going yesterday. Go find it. You could even say me talking about being in war. And I was talking about when you're in war, you can't know when you're going to get hit. So you can't tell yourself where Bitcoin's going. I actually made a whole rant, a 5-minute rant about how you can't say where Bitcoin's going to go. You know what I mean? So I just show you probabilities, and I tell you I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. Strictly. So you can't even say that I said that. You know what I mean? You're bugging out, man. You're not making sense. God bless you, though, and I hope you have a great day. Shout out to Justin Burdick in the house, man. We love you. Shout out to Cryptology. Shout out to Purple Haze, my man. Shout out to Caesar Cordero, my man. Shout out to Hunches. Shout out to Sellers. Shout out to Evan Aldo and all the haters. They just want attention. Evan, I love you, man. Evan! What up, Evan, man? Fellow YouTuber in the house. Everybody go to Evan's channel. Follow him. He is grinding, getting his feet wet, getting into the game. Evan, we love you, man. I like what you do. I like your nonsense approach to cryptocurrency. God bless you, Evan. Have a great day, man. Thank you for coming on into the live. So awesome to see you, man. I'm a lifer for life, baby. Shout out to Pierre Brown, man. We love you. Shout out to Caesar Cordero, man. Again, I like that name. Thanks for the shout out, man. Anytime, Evan. Anytime, man. God bless you, brother. God bless you. Man, you have a blessed life, man. You grinding. You're going to get what you deserve. You keep grinding, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 26,974 is the target of this bear flag to the downside. 7 minute. If the stochastics turn on you and you can't get back above a resistance, Bear City, you went through the gap in the VRVP. Once you lose this high volume node, you're likely to come to the volume area low. At least we're going to make a stop at 26,991 in my humble opinion. The further area down is the end of the diamond that I have. We're going to look at our bigger time frames, but I always zoom in and zoom out for you. So I see a bear flag to the downside. Measured move is 26,984. To me, that's the most likely scenario. You got a bit of a double top here too, almost a bit of an M pattern. See this? This is a squiggly M, man. You wicked up there too. Bit of a double top at the resistance point. You know, your short resistance, your long support. You may not be right or wrong. It is what it is. Bookmap's pretty scant too, not really giving us anything. Could be a little bit of short squeeze there, but not a lot of liquidity there on Bookmap. What am I looking at here? This is Bookmap. Link in the description below to Global and Global Plus. I do get a commission from it. I do work with them. They do sponsor me. You know, they pay me a monthly salary to talk about Bookmap. Not a lot, but you know, it's nice. It's a decent, and also I love Bookmap. They showed up. They basically wrote me an email one day and said, hey, we've been watching you for months. We love your style. We love your accuracy. We want to have a relationship with you. We believe we see you going somewhere long term. And so I said, man, that's great. And so they taught it to me. They gave me their specialist. I sat with Bruce. We broke down Bitcoin to Bookmap together. I looked at how I could use it, and I implemented it into my life. So God bless the people that created Bookmap for reaching out and creating that relationship. I really, really cherish the relationship with Bookmap. And I don't have many relationships with a lot of companies because I cherish my name. I don't want my name being dragged through the mud, so I do not associate myself with projects, coins, you know what I mean? Hardware wallets, exchanges, and tools are really my main focus here to keep you going. So, and I'm only going to show you things that I actually use on a day-to-day basis. I use Bookmap every single day. It's kept me out of many a short squeeze, all right? And look at this liquidity now, sell volume to the downside. You know, if you just trade TA the way it's supposed to be traded, you're going to be pretty spot on. We have a head and shoulder here, a bear flag to the downside. The patterns tell you where you're going to go. We slap in a stochastics RSI in there, what gives us momentum. We talk about the MACD, and we should see a lack of bullish momentum and bearish momentum. Look at that. You had no bullish momentum in the last hill. If I flipped that upside down and it was a small hill this way, I would long it. If there's no bearish momentum, look at that nice pump. So when you see a lack of volume, this is a volume indicator here on the MACD, and it's showing you how many buys and sells are happening. When the buys are heavy, it's dark green. When the buys kind of wane off, it falls off. This is the worst indicator to learn on your own and to just watch a YouTube video about it and then think you could use it. It is misleading, it'll hurt you, and it is a latent indicator. I know how to use it, and I use it in conjunction with other indicators. It's the MACD, the moving average convergence and divergence. It understands when the moving averages get tight. It gives you a buy signal when the moving averages are really close. It gives you a sell signal when the moving averages are far apart. That's why I teach my students to long when the moving averages get super tight. See that? Really tight? I teach my students to start scaling out of trades when the 21 and the 200 get far apart. You'll also get an overbought RSI, an overbought MACD, and an overbought SRSI. On top of that, you should also get a bit of a bearish divvy like this here. And if you get a bearish divergence, your 21 and your 200 are far apart, and you're high, and you're at a trend line or a place of a point of control. I mean, trading is not a coincidence. You will see a lot of the same things lining up to give you the reason why the probability is in your favor to take a short or a long. Simple as that. You can't tell yourself you know where price is going. The second you do that, you lose the ability to play the probabilities. The probabilities are the only thing you should be looking at. For instance, I knew when this line hit the resistance, it was likely a right shoulder. If you were in my trading group, I gave you an update this morning when the 15-minute was low. And I suggested here, if we go to the 15 here, I suggested that the 15-minute would pop up and make a right shoulder and then probably dump out of the channel. Because I knew that would make a right shoulder, and then this shape had a 68% chance of a break to the downside. I don't reinvent the wheel. All right? I just do what the charts tell me to do. Nothing more, nothing less. There's no reason to change the game. All right? No reason. My dad always said, stop reinventing the wheel. You know what I mean? It's something he always said to me a lot. So shout out to my pops. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Shout out to my sisters. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my whole family. They helped me really get where I am today. I was not always a put-together guy. I was pretty lost soul, going through many different changes in life. And my family really was always there for me. God bless my family and everybody in it. Thank you so much for everything. And God bless all the lifers. Thank you for being here every single day. I've just been in a great mood. Really, really living in gratitude. Really, really just cherishing the life that I have and realizing that this is an opportunity. Every moment we wake up, every single second we breathe is an opportunity for us to do great things in life. And so if we believe that, we will. Our mind is the creator of our reality. So let's keep pushing, everybody. Let's keep pushing. So I'm going to stay on the 7-minute till it resets down on the stochastics. It's telling me that it's likely going to take a dump. Best case scenario is that it goes sideways, and I'll reassess this on on a blank chart later on today too. But right now I'm watching Bitcoin likely going sideways or to the downside. My measured move would take us to 26,984. All right. Let's take a look at the big picture for people that are, that's for the swing in the day traders, the lev traders. They want to see what's happening on the 7. I could even go to smaller time frames if you like, but it's just not my fancy. Shout out to the 794 people on the live, 244 likes. Maybe we'll get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Shout out for you for showing up and getting the education every day. I greatly appreciate it. So look, CKB, I liked it on the 3-day chart. I posted it on 3/7, I believe. We'll take a look at the gains on gains. And you can see when the market acts weird, I focus on bigger time frames. Like, see the 3-day? Resistance. We came back. Likely we're going to get a bump. A little bit of an adjustment. 618 Fibonacci. And boom. We would blast on the 3-day chart. 3/7 to 323. Yes, it would take about, 14 days? 16 days about? But hey, 16 days to make 62% ain't bad. And it's still holding gains at about 53. It's not like it pumped up and went all the way back down. It's still holding some substantial gains. Let's back off this Fibonacci so you can see what I was doing here. I drew bottom to top. I came to the 618 golden pocket. This is simple stuff, everybody. I attempt to not complicate this stuff. Can you draw a line where other lines have stopped? And then can you draw a Fibonacci Alt-F from bottom to the top? If you can do those two things, you could have made this trade. You do not have to be a genius to understand how to get into a Fibonacci retracement. You do not have to be a genius to understand what a cup and handle is, and you do not have to be a genius to understand what previous support makes new resistances. This is simple stuff that I can help you understand faster than fast. As long as you show up every day with me, you're going to understand this. This is like driving a car, but you need to know red lights, yellow lights, and green lights. You need to know a stop sign. If you didn't know all those things and you started driving around a city, you'd smash the car up. You would get quote-unquote wrecked. We don't want to get you wrecked here in cryptocurrency, and because of that, we want to show you the simple ways to get it in. Also, see how the 200 SMA is lying up there? It's likely that this continues to the upside. It's very likely we head all the way up to touch that, and we do hit my full-blown gain of 131%. If that takes a month, think about it. If that takes a month, maybe even a month and a half. But see, what if it takes a month to make 130%? 130 divided by 30, you're going to be making 4.3% a day. Imagine that, 4.3333. What are the odds it would be 333, right? Every time I do something. But you would have made 4.3% a day every single day. So everyone wants to bake. Everyone wants to be a day trader. I want to make money every day. You can swing trade and then do the math and realize how much money you made every day. So I like to swing trade personally. I'm a swing trader. Like this 3-day trade, make 50% in 2 weeks. That's what I like to do. You know, that's how I get my bread and butter. So, hey, everyone has it different. Everyone's going to find their way, how they like to trade. You know what I mean? Or how much you want to stare at a screen. It all depends on what you're doing. Look at the complete history. Every time this has happened, do you guarantee that I'll come? Price direction and targets can change in the blink of an eye. Always be prepared for that. That's what Sam also said multiple times. Every day, man. Anything can happen at any single moment in time. Gonna retest or Val. What's your favorite wallet? I'm looking to buy one ASAP, but not sure. So many to choose from. Thanks, buddy. Ledger holds the most coins, but I can't stand it. Ledger holds the most coins, but I don't really like the wallet. But it is the most compatible. Trezor's not as compatible, but I like the wallet better. So it's kind of like I have both. I have a Ledger Nano S. I have a Ledger Nano X. I have a Trezor Model T. I have 2 other Trezors. I have this. I have a Cool Pix. I got like 17. I think I have about 7 hardware wallets. You know what I mean? 7 or 8 hardware wallets. And I have like 5 or 6 that people just send me and they just sit on a shelf and I haven't even used them. You know what I mean? So I got like 10 of them, but I don't have them. You know, how was Sam the man today? Hope you're feeling good today, man. Thank you so much for asking, man. British perspective. I'm asking great. Babe, can you... Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Bang, I was muted for a reason. My wife was asking me a question. And I was like, hey, babe, I got to tell you, so I don't want you to read my lips. Sometimes I have to talk to my wife. She's upstairs. You know what I mean? Sam's the man. He teaches you what you need to know. I hit 100% profit on SPA. Thank you, Sam. Shout out to Michael Castillo. Banging on him for 100% gains. You know what I mean? Irish Aries. Shout out to Matt Stevens in the house. Who's getting a haircut? I need to get a haircut. I do need to get a haircut. Are you talking to me? Are you telling me, does it look like I need a haircut? But I do need a haircut. Maybe I could get a haircut. Oh, I can't. I'm too busy today. I'm too busy to get a haircut today. Just not going to happen. Today's a very busy day in the trading group. Today's a huge day. I'll be on a live stream today, right? Then debate crypto at 2:30. I love those guys, Crypto Creeper and my man, Crypto Crusader. Great dudes, man. I love everything about them and what they do. Around the blockchain at 5 p.m. And then our private weekly screen share tonight from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. And our Zoom link. Shout out to Jason Casper for hitting me up there. God bless you, bro. Why does this guy say another huge day? I don't get that. And of my 11,000 followers, no love right there, no love. Where's my peoples at, man? I need love. I'm a sensitive guy. Send me that love. You know what I mean? Everyone on the live stream, come here, write a comment. Let me know. I'm out here every day on my own. On my own. You know, I have a few people that work for me, but I'm on my own. You know, I don't work for some conglomerate. I don't have, you know, I need every single bit of support I could get, everybody. Send me the love. I don't mind being vulnerable. I don't mind being vulnerable. I want that love, baby. I come out every day for the love. I'll give you the love right back. Anybody get their ARB tokens? Heartbreaking. I know, right? Because you probably didn't get the airdrop till after the thing got smashed to the ground. See? You don't get to sell the 11. Only the VCs get to sell 1166, 6666, 11666s. Smart guys. I'll be joining the trading group before the end of this month. Looking forward to it. Shout out to Odie. God bless you, man. We're going to do everything we can to get you up to speed and keep you moving. There's going to be so many people that are going to help you in my trading group and push you to the limit. So get ready, man. Get ready. It's going to get intense. We're going to push you. So look, this is highly likely a drop to the downside here based on the 7-minute time frame. Anything can happen. I'm going to look at another time frame to see if there's anything that I'm missing, anything that I could be kind of, spotlighting on my own. And then, we're going to get into the altcoins. We're going to get into the world markets. We're going to get into total and everything else to kind of see where we're at in the big picture because I need to see it. That's what I do for a living. I need to see all these things every single day for my mind to feel right about what's happening. So I'm going to go to a KuCoin chart. I'm going to delete everything, even the moving averages. I'm just going to take a look at what's cracking. We know we have this resistance point, 25,000, where the candle's closed in the 3-day. Let me get off the 3-day, pretty big time frame. So we know we got 25,300. I call it 300, something 250, whatever you want. But 25,300, pretty nice area. Then look, we had chop here. So, of course, The previous chop is where you're going to find a resistance point. What I keep going over is this diagonal line that, and I keep showing this, and it's almost very likely the dips just are bought up. Like people want to get in here, get in there, A lot of people think we'll get to 25 too, but you know how many people missed this move from 19K? So many people missed this move. They really did, And when people miss a move like that, right? I've also done this idea, and I showed this. I was one of the first people to show this when it first came, before it was even full, before we even hit this, I was drawing this. You know what I mean? I don't watch a lot of YouTubers, but I saw a lot of people put this out like the last 2 days. But we were definitely looking at this a while back, but who cares? I mean, TA is TA. We do it every day. Who cares? But look, shout out to Tom Crown. Shout out to Jason Casper. Shout out to Eric Crown. Shout out to all Mitch Ray. Shout out to all the beautiful TA live streamers out there, man, that grind every single day. They gave me inspiration to start doing what I do. Mitch Ray was a big inspiration for me. If anyone knows him, reach out to him. Let him know that he was a huge inspiration for me. I used to watch him every night. Shout out to Mitch Ray, man. God bless you. God bless you. And one day I saw my stream, and it was streaming, and I just couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, so we have an ascending triangle here that could make a move up to 32,800. That's what I'm looking for. However, this trend line has to hold, right? This diagonal trend line. We break this diagonal trend line, we could easily come and test this area here at 23,400. Like I said before, there's retail on the sidelines that are pissed. They knew about Bitcoin. They were getting ready. They got their money. And then when it came, they were 19, they were like, oh, go lower. And then it shot back up so fast. That was one of the fastest moves Bitcoin's ever made in its life, right? 19K right off the CME gap to the upside. My 19,500 order did not get filled. I was so tight about that. Like it got to 19,550. I was off by 50 bones. If anybody wants to know how to be consistent for weeks and weeks, Dread Mining. Is random, my friend, stop talking. It's Ramadan, my friend. Funny. It is Ramadan. And I will fast today. I will fast. Oh, I drank water, though. I drank water already, so I already broke my fast. You can't even drink water, right, Beebs? I broke fast. I drank water. So I have a busy day today. My wife will be fasting today. Mitch helped me make so much money, and then I found Sam. Now having morning and night. God, oh, that's so cool. You got both. I love it. That time, Bitcoin hit 28.8. That was so fire. Love you, Sam, with 1,200 people watching on the 99. It was amazing. If anybody wants to know how to be consistent, is that guy just, yeah. And then mess everything up in 10 minutes, let me know. Oh, I see what you're saying, Dread. See, I always think someone's talking about me. I never know what the comments are. I'm like, is he saying, like, I messed everything up? I get it. Yeah, no, that's the problem with trading. You can be so good, and then literally one day you can ruin it all. A bunch of emotions will vex you to do the wrong thing, and then you're done. I'm telling you right now, for me to be here this long means I have extreme control over my emotions when it comes to trading. I will not do the wrong thing when I know it is the wrong thing to do. You know what I mean? I just say, hey, I'd rather miss out than get beat up. And honestly, when you start realizing that, and the more you just miss out, the more you just tell yourself, you know what? I'm not going to chase like that. I'm just not going to be doing that. So the 4-hour has respected this bottom trend line and is actually pushing up with a bullish divergence. See that? And I actually pointed this out as a hidden bullish. That's hidden bullish divergence. I haven't seen anyone talk about it yet. I don't know if you're... But and we could get back above here at 28,892. Whenever you see a hidden bullish, it tells you that the trend will continue to the upside. You will make a high higher than this high. All right? Tells me that if any, we might just come down here, double bottom, and make our move to the upside. So not that bad on the bigger time frame. So I'm watching this. You know, this is really simple for me. We just have to stay above this diagonal trend line. And if we stay above this and we make that pattern, we're going to blast up to 32,900. If we lose this, we're going to test 25,003. We may end up making some type of falling wedge here like this. And then this will be probably the flag that could break on out. Either way, I feel more bullishness than bearishness for Bitcoin. I'm usually a pretty good predictor of the times. There's very high odds that another bank will go down. Very high. Come on. The 12th biggest bank in the world went down. What do you think, like one of the few hundreds? And there's 2,100 banks in the United States. Roughly around 2,000 banks in the United States. 854 people on the live. 319 likes. Maybe get the likes up to the watchers. Be the smart thing to do. Shout out to Frankie Candles. Frankie Candles, baby. I got love for Candles. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to all my live streamers, man. Why do you guys fast? Why is it religious? You know what it is? It's just stripping away. God wants you to become spiritual. And that's kind of where we end up. We end up in another realm. We shed the physical skin to become more spiritual, right? So the more we create energy, the more we behave in energy, the better off we are. When you fast, your body craves, but you don't give it what it craves. So number one, you know what it's like to be hungry. So you have more compassion for people that don't have any food in their life. For me personally, being hungry is something that a lot of people go through. Millions and millions of people. You see children with those extended bellies because they don't get to eat, and it gets expanded, I guess, with gas. I mean, it's a horrible situation. So when you fast as a Muslim, you basically are connecting to the fact that there's people out there that don't get to eat, number one. So it gains you compassion for what you don't have. It resets your whole life. It puts things into perspective in many different ways and really helps you appreciate what you have. I only really fasted 1 year fully. I did it in the summer about 10 years ago, maybe even longer than that, like 15 years ago. I was like 25, and I did it in the heat of the summer, working, and I didn't have any water. I didn't do anything all day. It was not easy. Besides the obvious magnificent charting, what do you do for fun? I mean, I love to go to the shooting range. I like to fly drones. I love going to the beach. I'm a huge beach guy. I like camping, but I don't get to do it anymore because I always need Wi-Fi wherever I'm at, and so I can't take a 2-day camp trip. So once I get situated and this business is, I've only up and running 2 years. Once this business is rocking 4 or 5 years, maybe I'll be able to take some time off. You know what I mean? And I'll have some traders helping me run the group, and I want to set up a school, and I have a whole dream. You know what I mean? After 82-hour fast, felt like I was on ecstasy after I ate some chicken soup. No, it is. You get this high from fasting too. Also, a mandatory 2.5% of your worth to charity. Asceticism. Why people religiously fast. Okay, and that was the answer to the question. All right. So watching Bitcoin, I just want to make sure that we hold this trend line. I'm actually a little more bullish than bearish here on BTC. Another thing I like is the 50 crossing this and staying above the 200 SMA. Remember, as long as we're above the 200 SMA on the 4-hour, we are likely going to continue to the upside. So I have another like 20,000 I want to start putting into Bitcoin. I believe I'm going to put it, $5,000 here, $5,000 if we dip, and then 10 grand if we go to this spot. $5,000 here. If we keep this up and we go up another $5,000 here, and if we get into this point, another $5,000 here, and if we get out and retest, that will be my last $5,000. So I've already have an idea of how I'm going to spend this 20 depending on the charts. We slip here, the 10 racks go down here. We slip a little bit, I'll probably grab another 5 somewhere else and put it in. You know what I mean? If we stay up in here, it's going to be 5, 5, 5, and then the 5 retest is going to be there. So I understand how to deploy capital into Bitcoin depending on technical analysis. So a lot of people say, I just want to be a hodler. So you still got to know your TA. Like, just because you're a hodler doesn't mean you can't know your technical analysis, because there's going to be better ways to get into those long-term positions. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying should be taken as such, but knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have, the better off you're going to be. Anyone that says, I just don't want to know anything, it's like, look at that pump for the double bottom there to the upside. And look, the TA got completely negated there. 7 minutes said no, the 5 minute was overbought, and you still got a pump. There you have it. Bear flag back inside the zone. And let's take a look at BOOKMAP. And there, I was wrong there. I'll admit it, like, very unlikely that happened. That was very against probability. You see what I mean? But that's the thing I'm going to tell you. You're going to be wrong many times trading. You're not going to be right every time. If you think you're going to be right every time, you got a problem. I lose trades every day. Not every day, but I lose trades. You're going to lose a trade. You know what I mean? You're going to lose a trade. How you deal with the losses and how you manage your mentality is really what makes a trader. The best traders in the world are going to lose this month. They're going to lose. We're going to take a shot. We're going to use probability, and it's not going to play out in our favor. It is what it is. Look at that. Short squeeze. Tells me that the 7 minute, when it's this overbought, it rolls to the downside like 90% of the time. This is a very rare occurrence of what we just saw here to the upside. Very rare occurrence. Interesting. 15 minute is long, though, pushing up. So a 15 minute is long. It's interesting. 15 minute long right now. So let me go back to this idea. Let's look at the 15 minute. It's funny, I did say this is kind of a cup and handle, right? I saw the 1 minute chart do this once. Because we were on the 1 minute, we were trying to find where the end was, like where the pain would end, you know? We were trying to figure out, like, where is the pain? And I was like, well, this resembles kind of a, 15 minute does want to pump you back. Thing is, if you get back inside this pattern here, then it's valid again. You get back in here, then that pallet's valid again, and then that pattern will break back to the upside. You see? That was the first time I was wrong in like a few weeks. So I'm like flabbergasted. I'm like, dude, you're supposed to go to the downside. You didn't go to the downside. What are you doing over here? But it is funny. They always short squeeze at about 10:50. It's 10:50, look. And there's the short squeeze. It seems like there's a short squeeze at the same time every day. It's very interesting, right? Somewhere between 10:30 and 10:50, 10:55. Never really after 11. Never really before 11:30. There tends to be a short squeeze on my live stream almost every day now. Like, this has been consistent. And it's been Saturdays, Sundays. Like, we've been seeing short squeezes like you read about. So I'm open-minded. There's a chance that this can make bacon on the beach. There's your high. There's your low. There's your high. There's your high or low. You break this higher high, then you're okay. Support or resistance, you got to break this resistance to remain bullish. 15-minute does say it has the legs. 1 hour is like, but it could roll back up. Is the 4 hour in your favor? It is. The 4 hour is a very strong time frame. I've been learning a lot to just look at the 4 hour, and the 4 hour will plow through everything else. It really just doesn't care. You know what I mean? So V-shaped recovery too, when you move that fast down, usually was a liquidity grab. You're likely to move that fast back up. So let's watch. This will be the 7 minute still does say dumpage. I'm going to get rid of this for now. It kind of happened already, right? And it didn't fulfill its continuation move. Was there a divergence that I missed? Was there something that we could have called out on? Let me see here. No, no. You know what? This is interesting. That's a slight hidden bullish divergence right there. I didn't notice that. That swings up while that swings down. That tells you will make a high higher than this high. That's interesting. See that swinging down while that swings slightly to the upside? That is a hidden bullish divergence. Very interesting. 6 minute bullish divergence on the market cipher. Yo, Lifer, how about considering a megaphone pattern on the hourly for the 19th March till today? A megaphone pattern for the hourly. Where, though? Right here? Like this? I don't see it, man. You don't see it. Just into Congress introduced bill proposing Bitcoin mining can help achieve energy goals and grow the U.S. economy. I'm telling you right now, they're trying to hate. The White House was hating on Bitcoin. They really were. They were talking about how it was not energy efficient, all this nonsense. I really didn't like what I was hearing there. Even after yesterday's carnage, we are still above 27,000. Stop worrying. Y'all worry too much. Shout out to Eddie McCracken. God bless you. Yeah, fear is for the birds, man. Fake emotions acting real. God's got you and makes a beautiful life here. There's no reason to be in fear. Fear was created so you don't believe in God. If you believe in God, there's no reason to believe in fear. You were made by an infinite being. You're a beautiful soul. What do you got to worry about? You know what I mean? Bitcoin is printing a giant middle finger pattern on the daily. It's funny, man. Well, look, even the 1 hour twisting up to the upside here. Let's let the 50 minute. 50 minute was oversold. 7 minute was battling it though. See, they were opposite. And it still tells me this could be a fall of getting above the 200 SMA there on the 7, which is a good sign. Oh, there we have it. Look, the 50 minute will pump up to the 200 SMA. I just missed that. And it'll probably hit that for resistance. What it will do though, will break above 27,730. So that bear flag basically got people wrecked because it looked like it was going to drop us up. And then it went up for the short squeeze to the upside. That was a weird move. I'll give you that. I was trying to see if there was a stronger divergence there. Kind of right there was a divergence to the upside. Still not believing in the move until we get back above resistance at 27,720. Until we do that, it's really lackluster. You can see that we have a pretty bad sell wall at 2770 there too, and not a lot of liquidity stacked. Well, one order there, 28,000 could get us there. And it's the biggest order we can find at 549. Nothing else that big really, up until we get back down to 26.6. So I mean, he is the winner right now. Winner, chicken dinner. He's the big whale of the block at 28,000. He may get his way. But it's still not strong, right? Yeah, and that heavy sell wall there at 27.7, 527 Bitcoins. All right. I see sideways chop today, really. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be surprised if this just dropped back down. What's good about it is it's trying to get back inside this. This could be the bearish retest now of this trend line here. See? 15-minute rolls over, and the 7-minute starts to make the dump. So interesting enough, like this could be the bearish retest. So let's get rid of the bear flag for now. Too many lines. Let's get rid of the divergence. We don't need it. Where is this line from? I mean, if this was a bear flag, it would have a pretty nasty drop down. We still haven't zoomed out and given you the idea that we're possibly in a diamond here. See this? A possible diamond here on the 4-hour time frame. Looking for a bearish retest of that zone. See that? That's what I wanted this morning. We got it kind of, but then came back up, right? And we'll zoom in again, but I just want you to see the, let's get rid of this percentage. I just want to see you see the diamond. Reversal diamond, you come in the back, you usually drop out the bottom. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just pointing it out, right? I see some bullishness on the other way, but I'm just pointing it out. We are getting that spike. We just got another short squeeze there. 24,000 got liquidated, and that person didn't get stopped out. They got absolutely liquidated. They got their account completely taken out. $1,000 there too. 11,000 now. 5 accounts continuing a bit of a short squeeze here. And honestly, the time frame that tells you the most is the 4-hour. Can the 4-hour pump all the way back out? And what I'm looking at is this trend line here. Remember, big picture. You want to keep all this in your brain. I wasn't able to do this when I first started. I was able to see one or two things. I was not able to understand that we could fall in this, but I'm able to kind of keep it all in my mind. You know what I mean? I know where I am in the small time, the big time. I know the differences in the relationships between the time frames. That'll take you a long time. That's not easy. You're going to learn TA, but you have to understand the difference between time frames. That's like understanding the difference between two friends. To do that, you have to get to know your two friends. You'd have to get to know them and spend time getting to know them. You know, we are getting a squeeze here, and it says we will probably go to that $28,000 order. 27,660 getting squeezed. Let's get back into that smaller time frame. It's funny, is it that cup and handle that's banging on you? Starting to break out now. Look at that. So weird. What an insane pattern. That was like a Class C divergence there. They both swing down, but that one's sharper than that one. So that was a Class C bullish divergence. Tell you that should be your bottom. But you fell below the previous resistance right here. See resistance? You fell right below that. Getting mixed signals. I got to tell everyone, mixed signals on this move. One of the first days in a while that I've had mixed signals. Usually I'm just like, oh yeah. I mean, the 50-minute, that's a solid bullish engulfing candle. You can put all these inside. It's a very good sign. You went back through the gap. You close an hour candle above 27,680. I'll take you seriously. 27,007. And like I said before, when you're bunched up and you have the 200 outlying, you're probably going to pump up to the 200 SMA here. Yeah, but I'm gonna admit that's, you know, the 7-minute had a more. If you go over the probabilities. Look, 7-minute is overbought here. Look what happens. We're right here. We eventually rolled over. 7-minute got overbought up in here above the dotted line. What happened? We rolled over. 7-minute here, dump. 7-minute here, dump. 7-minute here, kind of sideways and then pump, but we pumped when we got low. 7-minute was overbought there, yet it still pumped. See that? It was just very unlikely. Very unlikely. The last 7 times in a row, it didn't do that. So I don't mind getting hit off on when the probabilities doesn't play out, because at least you played the probability. You got to have a consistent system that you use. You're going to lose no matter what. You'd rather lose when you still made the right decision and then say, oh, well. All right. So remember, this 15-minute is likely to pump up to the 200 SMA. We see this many, many times. We've all backed into this and we played with it. This is our resistance bar. We get above it, I'll be okay with that. 27,700, and it looks like we're continuing to pump here for Bitcoin. And honestly, you have to remember, any banking news, any back-end banking news, anything going on that people are kind of hearing about. Forced diamond hands on ARB. What does that mean, forced diamond hands? Like you're just going to buy at 126 and never look back, right? Where was the bottom here, though? The bottom was 108, so you could already be up about 26% gainers. Look, this is a cup and handle. This thing could start to blast. I think it's smart for me to put a G in it. Buy a G at that bottom, or just I'll put $200 in 5 times and build the G position. Wow, master short squeeze coming. So it was the cup and handle all along. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Look at that. Shot up like you read about. Massive short squeeze. And I didn't call that one. Usually I call it. That one I did not call. First time in a long time I didn't call the short squeeze. I'm kind of surprised. You know, but hey, it's good to be human. Everyone started asking me if I was a bot. I was like, no, I'm not a bot. I'm a real human being. Shout out to my beautiful souls, my lovers of life. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Blessings on blessings. I'm just looking at my trading here. Boom. Boom. So what do I got? Yeah. Let's trade some AIB. I'm on KuCoin. KuCoin is the place to be. Absolutely love trading on KuCoin. Never forget your trading password. That will be a problem. But KuCoin has a nice little trading password too as well. So I'm going to buy some Arbitrum. I actually would buy it on ALTRADY. ALTRADY is really the best place to buy it, because I want to track it portfolio-wise. ALTRADY, baby. Go to ALTRADY. It's the place to be. It's funny, I'm so busy. I got to get back to ALTRADY, man. I get so busy. I got to have a meeting with ALTRADY to go over the new settings. I haven't had a chance. Got to schedule that in my whole team knows I'm confirming with Debate Crypto right now. Excellent. Wow, 28,000. What the? Woo! That's crazy. Oh my God. And so I guess at the end of the day, I should have just stuck to my cup and handle. You know what I mean? So weird, but I had seen this, and it's funny, I had a photographic memory of this on the 1 minute chart. Do you remember the day we found the bottom? So when we it was one of those 19, it was the first time we went back down to 19, or and I was on the 1 minute chart, and I kept kind of trying to, and I eventually was like, that looks like it could be it. And that was it. Sammy, my GPT comment, wow. Sammy, my GPT-4 comment, wow. What does that mean though? My GPT comment, wow. I don't understand. What is, when you write Sam, my GPT-4 comment, wow. You're throwing me off, you know what I mean? Kind of help me stay focused. That doesn't do good for me. What does that mean? I'm not calling you out. I'm just confused. I don't know what that means. Sure, for once I was right. Boom, along the top. Stock market doing well today, so Bitcoin is looking juicy, juicy, juicy. I love it. Ask the GPT market closed 20. I have no idea what you're saying, man. I don't know what you're saying, Hunches. I love you, bro. Ask the GPT-4 market. I have no idea. You're confusing me. I got to move on. If someone can help him and understand what he's saying, I would love to be able to converse with him. I have no idea what he's saying. I have no idea. Sam, you're the best. No, you're the best. Shout out to Jay Bella. ETH pumping. He's saying you are like Chat GPT. Thank you. Yeah, I have no idea what he's saying. Thank you. God bless you. He's complimenting me, but I don't know. I am not. Anyway. So remember now, though, this looks like false move Thursday. 7 Minute wants to dump on you. So, and you didn't get back inside the pattern. You really just basically bearishly retested this trend line right here in a way. Massive move. I wish I had called that. First time I didn't call the short squeeze. I'm flabbergasted. I'm sitting here should I hang it up? Should I hang it up? Am I done? You know what I mean? Is that it for me? Am I washed up? Did I peak? Did I hit my peak? And that's just, I peaked, man. I peaked. He's saying AI program ChatBD is saying the market close for Bitcoin is 28,500 today. ARB pumping them orders, baby. Ooh. But that's a shoulder, head, and a shoulder in the 5 second, though. Who wants me to see me put a G in here and see if we can blast it to the sky? Well, I'll show you how to use KuCoin, and then I'll show you how to use ALTRADY tomorrow. But I love ALTRADY. It's where I do all my portfolios and everything. It's ALTRADY, baby. I'll get into ALTRADY and I'll show you. ALTRADY is the place to be. I know the owner of ALTRADY and the guy who programmed it and created it. And he actually, like, if I have an idea or something, I'm like, can we make this look like this? He builds it with his team. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met. And I'm super excited to be involved with him and his team. ALTRADY is the best. Absolutely the best. I love them. God bless you, Benoist, and everybody there. So look, we're going to buy some Arbitrum here on ALTRADY. All right. So we're going to find the coin that we want. All right. You can even just type in ARB, I believe. USD. Doesn't find it here. You can search. There it is right there. And so you just click on Arbitrum. Up 908% today. Right. But we're going to buy it on the lows after it got crushed and sold off on the 3-minute chart. Right. And if it goes down to 50, 60 cents, so be it. We lose $1,000. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I can lose it. Right. So we're going to put in the spend. I think I got 987. Make it 980. Just leave some change in there in case you got to pay a fee or something. Okay. And we're going to hit last. All right. And we're going to enter the trade. It's very simple like that. All right. This is going to be a long-term hold. Like you should hold Arbitrum for 2 years, I believe. You know what I mean? This could turn into 50,000. You never know. Right. So look, it just said I bought it. And once you buy it, it gives you a green dot. And it says you're in the trade immediately. Now, swing trading this, right, would be a cup and handle. And you'd be going for this move to the upside here. If this moves voraciously to the upside, maybe I'll sell off and buy back in. It says we could go to 150, though, on the buy to the upside. All right. But you do not chase. You want to wait for the massive dull down. I should have bought down here, but I wasn't paying attention. I was live streaming. If I didn't live stream, some things I would catch a little easier. But I'd rather be here with each and every one of you and enjoy this beautiful moment. It's part of what I love to do. So, you're Grand Sam. You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Shout out to my man, Crypto. God bless you, brother. God bless you, man. I'm still flabbergasted, though. Never should have happened. My system usually keeps me on point, man. So, look, now we watch the 7. The 7-minute is going to retrace. It's too far away from the 21-day moving average. Simple as that. Whenever you get that far away from the 21, you're going to get a retracement. However, look, golden cross of the 7, getting super tight. Now I see it. I didn't see it before. Look, this is what was happening. It was a symmetrical triangle or something. With a measured move here. And there it was. Okay? Didn't really get to make that tight channel like that. But that's kind of what happened. 21 coming up for the 200 is a good sign. Despite being very overbought on the stochastics, getting pinned. At our next resistance point at 28,171, this is beautiful. And I'm telling you, man, people are going to front run 25-2. I don't think we'll ever get there. I believe we may never get to 25-2. It's a big chance we don't. All right. Super chats, deep dive on BTC Ordinals. Someone asked about that yesterday. I think that might take more time than the live stream can handle. Because if I get into Ordinals, I may be going for hours, man. You know what I mean? Like once I go down, like I may never come back out. So, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. You know? Are you going to long-term hold ARB or just swing trade or perpetual? What are your thoughts and plans for trading it? Let me know. And we used to get 190 tweets. I used to pump it up, babe. Let's get the retweets up to 70. Let's get the likes. Like, what's going on with my community? My community has went from 30,000 to 42,000 people in the last few weeks, like the last couple months. Where are my peoples at, man? Let's go, lifers. Let's put it all in. Like, we're a movement. We're a community. Let's show our strength no matter every single time I post something. Let's go, baby. Show me what you're going to do. We'll have to pass on that. I just want to claim FGs. Think about buying it. It hits under $1. Otherwise, I'll wait for the dust to settle. Nah, Hex and BTC are only serious bags here. We got Jazz Meat too. Okay. I like it. I like it. Look at him riding that. Plan was to dump, but the Arbor token was a scam, so VCs could sell first. Now I'm forced to hodl. Exactly. That's exactly. I mean, that's what they do, man. Gonna hold a little bag. No, but I would send your family love. Ooh, what a nice hug. God bless you. So nice of you. Aris Fox, Rob, Rex. Shout out to all the awesome people. I'm going to remember you. You are all going to have places in my mansion. You're going to be able to fly wherever you want. I'm going to remember the names of the people that always supported me. And when I got my private jet, like, it's going to just show up at your house and you're going to be able to jump on it. Takes more than saying we're a community to make a community. What a weirdo. I've been doing this every single day for a long time. Anyway, let's move on. Let's stay with the love, baby. Let's stay with the love. We have no time for Twitter. If Bitcoin gets to 28.8 resistance, we'll moon to 30K. $7-minute has to cool off. It's too overbought. The RSI just got beat. So, you know, 7-minute is saying, hey, man, I got to make a flag or something here. It's very unlikely we're going to continue to pump. If we do, that's extended. So, I'm looking for a pullback here at one point. That was a massive short squeeze. They just got everyone who shorted again. They figured they just grab you up. Someone wanted to grab Bitcoin. People were shorting, and they got in the way, apparently. Shout out to the 1,000 people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 441 likes, $19 in chat revenue. May God bless each and every one of you for every single thing that you do every day to the channel. Let's dive into some bigger stuff here. So, Arbitrum, will Sammy get pounded, or will Sammy make a gain? You will see. I just added Arbitrum to the long-term portfolio, and that's why I own hundreds of coins. It's like the oldie but goodie, baby. That is a bit of a cup and handle. That could make bacon on the beach. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. Can't even look at the 15-minute. You got nothing on it. So you need to trade the 7, 5, 1. So I'm forced to trade like the 1-minute time frame. That's all we got. 1 minute says we're about to blast to the upside. Double bottom there with a higher low. Getting tight inside the channel. Moving average is getting close together. Whenever we see that, that means you would pump up to the 200 SMA. You don't have one yet, but you would. You know what I mean? If it was there. You get it? So then you use time frames that give you the 200 SMA. I mean, the 5-second chart looks like it's about to blast too. Kind of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder there. You never know. But I like what I'm seeing. The previous support became the previous resistance, bounce, 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 became support. Now we're going to come to the next resistance and see what happens. We get above that for the retest. Hey, there's some TA on this, man. Wow, Bitcoin at 28,270, getting insane, continuing to pump. Now it's breaking through resistances. Bitcoin on a massive tear. Where's the news? What happened? And I was supposed to buy $5,000 worth of Bitcoin when the stream started. Bitcoin 28K again. Gold heading over to 2K as well. Going crazy, refreshing the page. Let's take a look at the DXY. The DXY must be dumping to the downside horribly. Airdrop, bro. BKK backed made a move towards one world currency with global banking. So shady. So shady. But wow, the 7-minute just did something amazing. It broke above the next resistance. That is huge. Huge. At the same time, this would make sense if this was a diamond. We'd come all the way back to the top, all the way back to the bottom. We would just be doing this. This would make sense if it was a diamond. Look at the massive short squeeze for BOOKMAP. Oh my gosh. Ugliness. 28,330 to the upside. Bull run confirmed. Arbitrum's ARB token has installed excitement around the next airdrop opportunity with more to come. I like what he's saying. And go to ZK Sync and start using ZK Sync. They're going to do an airdrop, I'm pretty sure. So I would go over to ZK Sync and stake, do something. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. But again, I mean, I was part of the Uniswap airdrop. You don't want to miss out on these things. They could be very, very nice. Imagine getting $4,000 handed to you. That's pretty insane. A free $4,000, like that's a lot of money. It was even more at the top when Uniswap hit its all-time high. So, and if people had used it 2 or 3 times with different addresses, they got 2 airdrops, 3 airdrops. So just remember that. I mean, airdrops are very, very lucrative. And you don't have things like airdrops in other industries. Like there's no airdrop. You get maybe you get a ARB will be on futures too on MEXC Global. They just added a futures account. We'll list ARB Perpetual, launching trading event with 20,000 bonus pool. It's going to be awesome. And MEXC is the place to be. All right. If you join MEXC today, deposit and trade, earn up to $9,100. All right. If you deposit $500, you'll get a future bonus of 10 beans. If you net deposit more than 3,000 or 30,000, you get $10 for 3,000 in Bitcoin, $40 in Bitcoin for 30,000. All right, and then UST features as well. For 10,000, get 10. For 100,000, get 30 future, and that's just your volume, your spot trading volume. You just have to make the volume. So if you deposit and you go in and out, you keep winning, you'll make volume. Like 10 trades at 500 is a volume of 5,000. These people don't realize. So you can eventually kind of get all this doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's also just incentivizing people. Not everyone's going to win it. You know, they're going to divvy up the money into who wins. You know what I mean? You must make your deposit within 7 days, and you must trade within 30 days. All right? Event number 2 is a $9,000 net deposit in future trading. Participants who have deposited more than 150 racks within 7 days of registration and with futures trading volume of more than 50 million, with 30 days will receive up to $9,000 in futures bonuses. All right? But you got to go all the way. You know what I mean? And there's levels to it. Deposited 1K, 30, right? Deposit 3K, 50, and all the way up to the big winner. You know what I mean? What I like about it is no maker fee and very, very small taker fees. 0.02 taker fees on futures, 0.1 on spot. Basically the lowest fees in the game. So this is MEXC. Jump on into MEXC today. Love that they're doing a campaign with a lifer. God bless each and every one of you for being here. MEXC, babe, place to be. I love MEXC. It's the place. Wow, this is getting insane. 7-minute chart just exploded out of, this is an anomaly, everybody. What time frame could have given us the move? I guess the 1 minute. I should have switched to smaller time frames. The 7-minute, it's just like when the daily gets blasted and you got to go to the smaller time frame. So like that's a rising wedge that breaks to the upside parabolically. You know what I mean? Your measured move would take us even higher. I didn't know today was going to be one of these days, but it looks like the 1 minute is going to continue to the upside, just getting started in the stochastics. Wow, we're going to have to switch to the 30-second here, maybe even the 5-second. It's one of those days, huh? I did not know it was one of those days. Thursdays usually doesn't hit me this hard. I got to get my energy up, oh my God, look at this thing. Yo, things are getting out of control. Something is happening here. People are FOMOing into Bitcoin like you would not believe. It is ripping to the upside. Let's take a look at the dollar index. I got to take a look at it. Look at that. My goodness. And I didn't make this call. I gotta admit that. I usually am the man, and I'm like, yeah. It's the first time I missed it, man. First time ever. Not ever, but in a while, you know? So interesting. But it is what it is. Hey, I gotta admit it. But it's very rare. So, hey. Still makes me look good because it never has to happen that much. You know what I mean? Anyway, dang. Whatever, though. I bought Bitcoin at 19,000, 60,000. I'm up huge today. I mean, I'm up huge right now. My Bitcoin buy is about to be up $10,000. Actually, no, it is, 28,006. Yeah, 19.2. So money, man. Look at the short squeeze just continuing to the upside. If you didn't have BOOKMAP, you might not have been able to see what was happening. There was that liquidity higher. You know what I mean? But it didn't suggest the bigger move yet. It was a little hidden this time. This one was way hidden. That was the measured move of the cup and handle now. You've hit it, and you've gone well above it. 7-minute now is just pinned. Like, you can't even use it. Like, it's been pinned for, like, too long now. So we slip back to the smaller time frames. 5-second charts, what you need. So watch, we bring this here. We bring this here. It's a bull pennant right there. And that is a very long pole. I'm telling you right now, this is crazy. But like this could happen right now in front of us. 29,159. We would get lifted. We would get absolutely lifted. Bit of an M pattern though. But you're oversold in the stochastics. Got some hidden bullish. That takes us to 29,150. This is nuts, though. I don't like trading small time frames if I don't have to. It's not my bread and butter. The shorts just got absolutely rocked, though. If you didn't take profits last night on that short, you got wrecked. It's kind of a broadening falling wedge in a way. This is crazy. 28,590 is just, this is out of control. This is out of control. Shoulder head and a shoulder there. I did not expect a move this big for Bitcoin. This is insanity. I love when Lifer goes small time frame when it's moving. Shout out to Brandon Jordan said, God bless you, man. ETH Shanghai upgrade could drive the price towards 2K by April 12th. What do you think? I definitely think you're 100% on that. I'm with you on that. Yeah. No one's smarter than the market maker, son. I know, right? Maybe we have some news. Getting rejected. What a move, though. 28,750. What a nice move to the upside here. That kind of reassessed. Like, I got to change kind of what I was looking at now. That was nuts. 5 minutes says we're going to continue to the upside. I would not be surprised if we did. That's a bull flag with a low stochastic. You got hidden bullish divergence. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. Tells you that the trend will continue to the upside. That tells you that will blast to the upside, right? Okay, let's get back. This is, wow. And now we're back inside this pattern. See this pattern? This pattern's in play now. You can forget all this. This is all bear trap city, really. We're back inside the pattern again, right? Now, long in the 5-second chart is very, very, very risky, right? I'm going to have to clean up my work soon. When you track price action on smaller time frames, you tear up all your other time frames, like, because you don't care. You just make it, and then you look back on your 4 hour and you got lines all over the place from the 5-second chart. It's out of control. So you got to have a bunch of different, I use I'll use the Binance UST chart. I'll use the Bitcoin USD chart on Coinbase. I'll use the Binance USDT chart on KuCoin. Those 3 charts usually keep me enough. 3 is enough for me. Just in Congress, due to the bill proposing Bitcoin mining. It's a big deal. So it was the Congress bill. It was the Congress bill. And let's jump into the news now. Let's see if the news is kind of carrying us over. I'm going to do the news right now, see if that is in the news. Take a peek at XRP on the smaller time frames. I will. What about all that Fed talk? Bitcoin mining in the U.S. is a positive thing for the markets, probably telling the upwards rally. Yes, that's what it is. Big boys just bought in. You keep calling me. Out of control 991. What do you mean I keep calling you? That's really weird. Pump. Don't listen to the news. Remember, watch the Fed and listen to the market. Yes and no, but I mean that was the first time where the news just. Oh, man. So, here's the deal. Thanks for your efforts and guidance. Anytime, man. Bitcoin to the moon, baby. This is how we protect Operation Choke Point. Protest. Yeah, exactly. They're trying to, you know what? We don't need their dirty money, man. I'll work for my Bitcoin. Someone's got Bitcoin. I'll work for it. They don't give it to me. Someone will work for theirs. I'll give it to them. We can create an economy inside ourselves, everybody. We don't need their dirty money. We don't need their dirty stuff. We don't need any of it. We can live free of a beautiful frequency. Look at me making gains on Arbitrum to the upside. Just banged on them. Look at that. Just banged on them for 10% gains. Just made $100 off that $90. Added to the day. You know what I mean? But that's how you make 10%. I just showed you how to make 10%. Right there. I just made 10% in front of you on a live stream. Come on, man. Who else does that? Every single day, put my money where my mouth is, show you what I'm doing. I love my life, man. I love each and every one of you. Let's go. We got a good life, man. And we got good people in our lives. That's what makes it special. The money comes and goes. It's nice to be at the top, but, man, having true people in your life is the key. I mean, I love you, lifers. I can feel you. I can feel you. I can feel you in my heart and soul. I can feel my team. I can feel my community. Man, we are so strong. It's ridiculous. I love each and every one of you. This is amazing. What a moment it is to be alive. To be so long on Bitcoin and to be up on the gains. And honestly, now we're going to start seeing altcoins start to have fun again. It's going to be time to breathe again. You know what I mean? Litecoin 3L banging on them to the upside. Did VeChain 3L ever make that move? Remember VeChain 3L in the 4 hour time frame? I talked about Litecoin even yesterday. Litecoin was looking good to me. Let's take a look at VeChain 3L though. Then I'll dive into the super chats. I want to do the news. I got so much to do. So VeChain never gave us the love. So whack. Showed signs of a move on the bigger time frame, like the 3-day chart, right? 3-day chart said, hey, eventually I want to move. It just did nothing. I see it eventually making its way, though. It's going to take some time. It's kind of sad. That trade did not play out. It just went flat, really. Bitcoin continuing sideways here on the 5-second chart, but that is a flag as extended as it is. Back for the retest. I'm going to have to redo Bitcoin after what happened and just reassess the whole situation in a second. My mind is a bit scrambled. I need to like reset. You know what I mean? For me personally, that's how I do it. I hope you are okay with that and you just kind of watch me get through. Shout out to the 1,265 people on the live stream, 508 likes, $21.21 in chat revenue. That 2121, maybe. Smelling it. So here's the deal. Here is the deal. Deep dive on Bitcoin ordinals, Nano, ENS, Link, XCP, OP, XRP on the smaller time frame. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you the news. Then we're going to deep dive. Then we're going to run into this like 3 or 4 super chats. Then I'm going to give you total. I'm going to give you the DXY. I'm going to give you the S&P futures. And then we're going to clean up the super chats and have a wonderful live stream. And hopefully we'll be out by 12:05. All right? So here we go. Let's get into the news and let's have a wonderful time doing the news. I can't wait to see what's happening in the news. God bless you all. I see you in 1 second. Hello, my name is Samuel James Price, Crypto Lifer Show. Every single day, I go over the news in cryptocurrency and finance to see what's happening and what's going down. First thing I want to talk about is Coinbase fronts Supreme Court over user lawsuits in crypto first. As the SEC barrels down on Coinbase, the top U.S. exchange is in Supreme Court over lawsuits it says should be handed in arbitration. In the first crypto-related U.S. Supreme Court appearance, justice appears split over whether to freeze Coinbase customer lawsuits while the exchange awaits appeals decisions. Coinbase is trying to push 2 lawsuits into arbitration, seeking Supreme Court intervention at lower courts allow the cases to proceed. After lower cases While Coinbase is separately dealing with the legal threat from the SEC over some of its products, the cases before the Supreme Court have more to do with legal procedure than with the digital assets themselves. One was brought forward by California-based plaintiff who argues the scammer pretending to be a PayPal representative scored a remote access to his Coinbase account. The digital wallet was said to have been eventually drained of more than $31,000. After which they encountered a customer service nightmare. The victim tried to use Coinbase's live chat to seek help, but they said they were consistently met with bot providing futile responses. The plaintiff later sued Coinbase for violations against the Electronic Fund Transfers Act by not reimbursing him for the loss. A second case was brought by Coinbase users who claimed that the firm violated California's false advertising law by allegedly duping them into a pay-to-play sweepstakes for Dogecoin prizes. Interesting. I had a similar thing. My mom got hacked on Coinbase, and you know what I mean? The way it happened was horrible, but anyway. Next thing, Bitcoin treasures hunt on the moon. Brilliant scheme or crazy publicity stunt. A lunar rover with a wallet key attached to it is going to the moon later this year on a space rocket. The first person to pull the key from the rover wins up to 62 Bitcoin. The project kicks off with NFT airdrop later this month. A reward worth almost $2 million in Bitcoin may be up for grabs by the end of this year. All treasure hunters need to do this is find a way to travel more than 20,000 to space and then land on the moon surface. That's because later this year, the SpaceX rocket will carry a small lunar rover about the size of a microwave over to the moon. Carefully attached to the rover, a coded key capable of unlocking a small fortune, 62 Bitcoin. It's that scarce, and people are sending 62 of them to space. I'm just saying, that tells you how scarce this asset is, and they're still going to send 62 Bitcoins to space. If you don't realize that Bitcoin is the answer by now, I don't know what to tell you. Bitcoin airdrop, token claim goes live, and we were all over it. We saw it live. We've been trading it in real time. So that is the news, everybody. Also, bigger news is the Coinbase idea. Team, could we get a link on that a link on that Bitcoin mining news? I guess I could just Google it myself. Big moves like that, if we see it on the stream, it would be nice to throw me a link, shoot me a link. Maybe you guys did. But let's find Bitcoin mining bill Congress, right? And how did this one slip right past me? So Bitcoin mining bill for Congress, let's take a look here. Congress tax introduced a blockchain regulatory act would provide a safer harbor for licensing. No. Infrastructure, crypto surging on Senate. No. Congress introduced. Yeah, see, Google doesn't do good trying to give you the news or Brave or whatever it is. See, Bitcoin mining bill, you think it would come up. It's not. If someone on my team could get that for me immediately in the Slack Lifer team chat, it would be greatly appreciated. We want to bring the people this news and get them up to date. It would be awesome if we kind of did that. Okay, Jamie usually nails it. Let me see. I'll come back to it in a second. I would like to read a bit of an article over it with the news, but we do know that Congress did come up with a mining bill, and that is the news, everybody. That is the news. Let's get back into Bitcoin and see what's happening. Bitcoin flat, but showing some signs of life here as it goes sideways on the 5-second chart after a massive move to the upside, holding a support at 28,350 and bouncing. I'm going to have to kind of reassess the situation. I'm like, how do I even do what I do? Let's take a look here at what's happening. I'm going to delete everything. I know I do this, but I have to. It's just how my mind works. I can't see it unless I see it clear again. And I sometimes redo my work 2 or 3 times a day just to reassess what I'm looking at. That's why I use multiple charts, multiple ideas, and have all, keeps me on point. Keeps me from figuring out that I know it all, right? So let's take a look here at the daily. It keeps me open-minded. I want to stay open-minded at all times. That is the key in the plan, all right? Okay, let's take a look here. Resistance. We still got this resistance that we're dealing with, but it looks like we may try to breach it. And then we got this level here. And then I got to keep up with this diagonal trend line that I keep talking about. And then this idea here. So this really still stands. There's really no support till we get here. There's no resistance here. This is in no man's land. You can see. What a massive daily candle there. Daily candle's overbought. MACD's overbought, right? Trying to, eventually, we're at a place where we're getting extended. Also, you have rising volume with falling price. That's just not a good sign. That usually means you're going to take a bit of a dip. So it's not the best sign right there when you have rising price and falling volume. Volume is the gasoline that moves the car. How can the car keep moving up if you're losing gasoline? So it usually tells me to be wary when I see price rising and volume falling. All right, it's usually a good sign to short. It's a good money sign for shorting. However, look at the 22 bending. And I've talked about how the daily kind of becomes obsolete at one point, and the 22 becomes the new time frame that you really want to get into. 22 is really making this idea here more apparent, right? So now, look, I see this now. I didn't see this before, see? And this is why I've changed my scenario. I didn't see this at all. I hadn't seen this pattern. Had I not reassessed the situation, I never would have seen this pattern. And now I know I'm in a broadening wedge, all right? Likely to come back down usually to the midpoint before it lifts off again. So a lot of times these things go like this. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I'm drawing and not, yeah. I thought I had the actual arrow, but I didn't. So I was like, wait. It could bounce here and then bounce on up. Seen that many times. We just kind of did that on the bigger one. This was a bigger version of the same thing. See? And we did this and we bounced up. That's kind of, this is that. You get it? Pretty nuts. A lot of times I see that too. I call it fractal action. So here's the deal. If we lose this trend line, we're going to come down and test 25.2. And if we lose that, we're going to come down here. And I'll be there for you. Don't worry. I do an update every 5 hours or less, so I'm going to be able to make an update for that. I'm going to be on that. We don't have to worry about missing that move. We're all set. We're 100% all set. So now let's move forward. Let's see what's happening now. You're in a broadening opening wedge, right? We found this. We just found this. I haven't seen this yet. First time I actually saw this pattern. First time. I kind of tweaked out a little bit. You could say, or it's hitting that and it needs to come higher. I like the fact that it kind of is in a zone there. Smaller time frame will kind of assess better. There you go. So this is what I see. This is a broadening wedge. This is a bullish pattern. Measured move is the length of the pole. Takes you there, right? That's going to take you to 33,300, 333, of course, right? Isn't that crazy? 33309. It's always on the 33 when I'm rocking it. So here's the deal. Where is the 1 hour time frame? It's kind of in a decision. Where is the 7 minute? It's going to have to eventually flag out. Let's slap on our moving averages again. The 21 is too far away from price action. Flag out the 7. If this 7 makes a bullish flag, I'm all in. And I'm going to ride it to the upside. So I'm waiting for this 7 to do something either like this. It could make a bull pennant or a falling wedge. We're not sure. It depends on really how far the 21 is. I've learned that too. Sometimes the 21 will be more lateral, then you have higher odds of being a bull pennant. I can tell you what type of pattern the price action will make based on how far away it is from the 21-day moving average. When it's really far away, it has to get dragged down to touch it, so it has to make a falling wedge. When it's closer, it'll make a more lateral pattern. This is way above TA. Like, this is mental math on another level. But I played with these for so long that it's insane. It's Rain Man, man. You'll become Rain Man if you do this every single day. You'll be able to walk on water. You'll be like, yeah. What? Dude, now I'm in the money big time. If you took that trade with me, you're in the money, dude. Went to a move of 13% gains immediately and bitterly. And this is the 5-second chart? No, 5-minute chart. But still, made 13% in 15 minutes. Most people can't make 13% in a year, man. I'm telling you right now, we just made 13% in 15 minutes, banging on them. And I did it live. Should have put 10 racks on there. You know what I mean? What a move. Arbitrum, baby. And there's my first position in Arbitrum, 125. We'll continue to see how it moves. All right. Very, very small time frame. And this thing could dump. This could be a bear flag. It'd dump all the way down to 0. This thing could go down hard. I did very, very high risk when I made that play. I just want to make that very clear. Buying a new coin that just came out is high risk. All right. Stay in these smaller time frames to see what's happening. It's a bit of an M there, but it also is a bit of a flag pattern. That's got cup and handle vibes in a way, slightly for me. My brain's so hyperactive that I need to keep it moving at a high speed to be content. You know, it's kind of whack because like normal people have no idea what it's like. But I'm like, my brain needs that stimulation. Got to give it to it. So look, that is a possible cup and handle too. Interesting. Do we end up making this little symmetrical? Ascending, I mean. Could that be my way out for another gainer? Do we get back up to 152? I believe after a pounding like that, people are going to be interested in this coin. But you never know. We'll go from there. My order book is 10 S waves in the billions for the past few minutes. I have no idea what that means. Shout out to Jacob Shelton, though. God bless you. 10-second was in the billions for the last. My order book on 10-second was in the billions. Oh, I get you. Yeah. Deep dive on Bitcoin ordinals. Bitcoin Nano, ENS, Link, XEH, OP, and XRP on a smaller time frame. Shout out to Dr. Crypto. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Sam is the man, like every day, baby. Shout out to everybody here. Bot Spot. What is Arbitrum? ARB. Here are a few potential airdrop opportunities to watch out for. Dude, look at you for saying that. You're so awesome. There's a site that tells you all the airdrops. We got to find that. There's a site that gives us all the airdrops. God bless you, Jamie. Thank you. Emmer introduces bill to provide regulatory clarity for blockchain ecosystem. Today, Majority Whip Tom Emmer introduced the Blockchain Regulatory Certainty Act, which affirms the blockchain developers and service providers that do not custody consumer funds are not money transmitters. This bipartisan bill is co-led by Representative Darren Soto from Florida. Crypto and blockchain technology by nature does not easily fit into the framework policymakers have considered when crafting regulations in the past. For too long, federal regulations and lawmakers have jammed the blockchain ecosystem into statutory definitions that do not make sense. It should be simple. If you don't custody consumer funds, you aren't a money transmitter. My bill provides that necessary confirmation from the blockchain community. The longer we delay providing this common sense clarification, the greater risk there is transformative technology is driven overseas, depriving domestic users and investors. This bill will help America remain a technological leader in the crypto space. This is big, man. Shout out to Tom Emmer. Shout out to Congressman Darren Soto. Doing what you got to do for the rights of us. You know, and eventually what happens? I'm really not political, but what happens if one party chooses crypto and one party doesn't? We don't have a choice at this point. You know what I mean? But we'll find out. Hopefully there's more bipartisan going on, right? And you got Sheila Warren. Maybe she can talk to Elizabeth Warren. I'm just saying, you know, hey, maybe they go to war in. I did it there. Oh my gosh. I love you. I love you all. You're all special people in my eyes. Say, look, take a look at this over here. Eh? I told you 10 times, Johnny. You count the license plates or you go home. Look. So look, we're waiting for the 21-day moving average to touch price action in this flag. That flag stays out. That's going to be a nice move to the upside for Bitcoin. And the measured move would take you to 30,000. We could definitely see 30K today, in my humble opinion. No reason why we couldn't. I'm going to continue to watch this flag on the 7-minute time frame, but everything makes perfect sense to us now, right? We got this. This is the pattern. This is it. This is it. We figured it out. We got it. We found it. The math finally makes sense. I do have a diamond kind of in my mind. Bit of a diamond there that could definitely play out, in my humble opinion. So that's on my radar. That could end up being a diamond. Just be careful. We're kind of breaching it at this point, but it could be a little shifted like that. Possible. Anyone else see the diamond? Anybody else see the diamond that was possibly there? All right. So we're going to watch this 7-minute flag, in my humble opinion. When it touches the 21-day moving average, there's likelihood of a massive bump to 30K. I said it. If it happens, you heard it here first. All right. But you never know. You never know. Anything could happen in trading. Shout out to my beautiful souls, man. Are you going long-term to hold ARB? Only 11 people answered the tweet. Maybe not. Maybe we revisit. Yeah. Let's see. Let's go back to the profile. 17 souls. 17 people. Doquan back trending. Project Texas. I don't know what that is. Good morning. Buying a small bag. Hold for a couple years. Long hold. Gonna hold a little bag. There you go. No, but I will send your family love. Okay, back to the same things. We'll have to pass on that. Interesting. He passed. Just setting up for a possible another move to the upside here. This could get to 160. Happy that I jumped on in there. See what happens. One step at a time, one day at a time. High risk though. Don't do what I do. Don't never do what you see another YouTuber do. I lived a very risky life and I was able to manage the risk, but I know what I'm doing and I'm not over risking myself and I don't put too much in and I trade what I can afford to lose. All right. So I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. If you get into anything, you should only risk what you can afford to lose. I'm telling you right now, do not have yourself stressed out, losing your entire life savings and getting all depressed. It's just not fun. Trading is not supposed to do that. You're supposed to learn trading with small amounts and then begin to get more comfortable with it as you put in larger amounts. The problem with it is people use large amounts to learn, and a lot of people do it. It is what it is. The emotions are pushed, but if you could just look at it like driving a car or learning how to race a fast car, you would be more apt to realize it's about the learning. Thank you for giving me the tools to recognize the patterns and to find the gains. Shout out to Sunchips for the $20 super chat. May God bless you and yours. Let's jump into the super chats. We got 18 minutes till the show ends to rip through these chats. Let's get it in. Nano, USDT, Nano. I believe Nano was on KuCoin. It's saying it's only on Gate. Oh, it's XNO on KuCoin, isn't it? Yeah, got this weird memory that yeah, Nano is XNO. I don't know why it is what it is. Thank God I remember everything. If I didn't remember everything, what would I do? I'm like, no, Nano is Zeno. It's like my mind, it's like weird. That should be your coin, Jamie, Zeno, because it's, get it? I'm just messing with you. This is free to send people. It's like basically, it costs nothing to use. That's why they call it Nano. It's like a nano, it's like nothing, you know? So someone's asking about Nano. Let's go to the daily. Nano got beat to the ground. I can't believe it's lower than $1 at this point. I own some Nano because there's a guy on our stream that loves Nano and he gave it to me on the live stream. He's like, if you make a wallet, I'll give you $100 in Nano right now. At one point, I went to $1,000. He had given me $1,000. You know, I thought it was pretty crazy. I'll check my Nano wallet right now to see how much is in there. If I can remember it, it's in here somewhere. I think is it the Nolly wallet? No. Where's my Nano wallet? I made it one day randomly. There it is, the Natrium wallet. Can't believe I remember the password. Dude, I have $358 in Nano still that he gave me. Like, you're the nicest guy in the world. He gave this to me on my live stream like a year ago. It was $1,000 at one point. I just kept it in here. $358 a nano. It's so amazing. Like, dude, that's going to turn into probably a G again at one point. Maybe go back to its all-time high. You know what I mean? And I'll go on vacation with that money. I won't even think about it. I turn into $4,000. I'm like, I'll go to Florida and rent an Airbnb. You know, it's like a year from now, I'll sell that, pay the taxes, and go on vacation. Shout out to you, man, for sending me on vacation, for giving me some nano one day. And when he gave it to me, it was like $100. So nano is at the bottom of its bag. It would have to come back with the rest of the market. You'd have to hope it does. All right. And if you believe in this project, it's a long-term hold. I don't see it as like one of the newest. It's got old tech. You got ZK roll-ups. You got a lot of stuff coming out. It's going to blow it out the water. AI. Unless they kind of throw themselves into some AI talk, or they revamp themselves as something different and they kind of put on a new skin. Nano is nano, you know? I'm still going to hold that nano you see in my phone for a long period of time. Should have sold it for the $1,000. I mean, he basically gave me $1,000 at one point. Imagine getting $1,000 for free from just some random stranger that loves you. That's what can happen if you show up on YouTube every day and give yourself to the world. The world will give themselves to you, and you will make a beautiful relationship with the universe. So it can pump to the upside. Let's take a look at our daily time frame. Daily is a little overbought. It says we go sideways for the while, but we're all falling Bitcoin. I'm trusting in the 3-day chart. The 3-day chart is my go-to. It says like the whole market can move. If nano pumps, it gets up all the way to 123, and then it's got a pretty big gap. We can get back to 159. So, you know, and it's been consolidating with 3 higher lows in a row. It's a good sign. Is it my trade of the day? No. Is it my trade of the week? No. Is it my trade of the month? No. You know, is it a coin that I love? Not really. If I didn't get given it, would I even talk about it? Probably not. But I'm still excited about it. All right. It has to get back above this point of control. The idea, or the safest, best way is the retest here of this top trend line when it bounces off 92 cents and goes for that $1 psychological region. 124 would be great. And if it came back above $1 and hit $1 those are ideas to think about for nano. Thank you so much for the nano super chat. May God bless you and yours. And thank you so much for the super chats, everybody. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, let's take a look at ENS, Ethereum Name Service. And you can get high ENS too, which pumps. So someone must have asked me about this, and I have it consolidating nicely. Looks like it's just going to continue to consolidate. And when Ethereum gets big, I see it pumping. It may take its time, though. This looks like it's going to take its time. As long as it continues to respect this trend line, in my mind, it's going to be going up 129%, but it's going to take time. All right? But I firmly stand behind the price prediction and the projection that this thing will easily grow to about $34. More people are going to want to use it. More people are going to want to do it. As Ethereum grows, it's going to grow. As the DeFi world grows, I have some of these. I bought samprice.eth and I bought cryptolifer.eth. I own them both. So I did, I got Ethereum Name Service when it first came out. I spent the $100 at ETH or whatever it was, and the gas fee and all that, and I got them. I don't know really how to even claim them or get them again. I made them one day and forgot about them completely. And so I'm gonna have to like research. I'm gonna have to write that. See, I do things I completely forget that I do them. And I got to focus on my company. Our meetings, how we're growing, what we're doing, and all the other things going on. So I don't have time sometimes to think about it. Just got to write it down though and come back and remember. The 2 years to score for minor review for fees, an indicator used to identify periods of high and low transaction fees, has turned positive for the first time since mid-2021, according to data. Opinion on Arbitrum. We went over it a bunch of times. I threw $1,000 in it on the live stream. It went up about 10%. I think it's still sitting about 7% right now. Yeah, I believe I'll hold it for a couple years, see what happens. How long would you haul Bitcoin 3L for? No longer than 2 to 3 days. 3 days, I think, is the longest I've ever held a 3L. Yeah. Deep dive on Bitcoin ordinals, link, XCH, OP, and XRP smaller time frames. Can you check render? Thanks, and smash the likes, guys. The positive flip suggests miners' revenue from transaction fees is deviating from the 2-year mean and is a sign of increased network demand. Historically, a return of higher fees hints a bull run. Yeah, more miners want to come back into the game, for sure. No one wants to sell off their rigs. The positive flip suggests. Thank you, Kevin Baker. Alchemy Pay is the best play, brother. I still own Alchemy Pay. You think it's going to do damage? Possibly. Bitcoin at 28,590. Still holding the flag on the 7. See, I hold the flag and then price action stopped. How did I know where price action was going to stop? Because we were too far away from the 21. We had to flatten out. I can tell you when price action is going to stop. Like, and I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty accurate. Like most people would have been like, oh, I got to buy these candles. And I would have like, no, the 7 minute needs to flag out first and touch the 21. And you'd be like, how do you know that? You freak. You chart fruitcake. Like I'm literally a freak of nature. Like how I knew that the 7 minute would make a flag right now. Like, it's insane. It's insane. Absolutely insane. But I studied the 21 relationship with price action, and over years and years of years, I learned that it does have somewhat of a constant way of being. And there's an ebb and flow to a price action has to come back to the 21. And I used to do this all the time. Like price action pumps, back to the 21. Pumps, back to the 21. Pumps, back to the 21, back to the 21, back to the 21, back to the 21, back to could make a track out of it. Back to the 21, back to the 21, back to the 21. Hey. It's that hip hop in me never left, man. All is beautiful. Don't worry too much. Can you look at Filecoin holding a bag for the run? That and ICP have huge upside. Shout out to Eddie McCracken in the house for a $20 super chat. Is that your second $20 super chat, man? I don't know, but God bless you, man. Thank you so much for the love. That's so nice of you. $63 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievable. The network has seen brisk activity since the launch in January of the Ordinals protocol, which allows users to inscribe references to digital art in small transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain. Kevin Baker. Let's get the likes. 1,000 people watching. Like 603. Pay the man. Smash that like button. Shout out to CNC Ireland. My Irish brother. When am I going to come to Ireland, man? When are you going to take me around Ireland, man? Show me my roots, bro. Bring me back to County Cork. Show me where the sheep are, man. I got to connect with you, man. I'm coming to Ireland. And Jamie, you better come when I go to Ireland. You got to fly to Ireland. We're going to have a blast. There are so many scammers in the trading group. Thank you for telling me, man. Yeah, there's always someone there. We know that, man. But they're not in the trading group. They're in the server. Not really in the trading group. I'm an Indian. Any advice trading? We don't give advice here. We give education. All right? Come visit us in Cornwall when you do. I will. I'll be there, man. You better bless me, though. With like a nice corned beef hash meal, man. No, I'm just saying. Scammers won't pay the $90. Yeah, mostly won't. Mostly won't. Don't worry. We have a Jamie is the head of security of the Discord. He is running it like a fine-tuned lieutenant. He runs through and deletes things. He goes after it. DM him immediately, Zeno, and he will clean it up faster than fast. He's the man, dude. God bless you, Jamie. Thank you for everything. So Chainlink. Wow, a lot has happened. No, I don't want to leave the site. That was weird. I hit that button and then the sound changed and it like freaked me out. I was like the screen changed and then the sound changed at the same time. And I was like, yo, what is going on? Bugged me out. So, yeah, I mean, so far, so good. When this 21 touches, I'm telling you, we could get bacon on the beach and get a blast of 30K. Looks nice to me. We could take a shot. We could take a shot. I don't know, volume's falling off, our price is rising though. I don't like that. But buy a sideways volume with sideways, that's a good sign. You know? The idea is the stop loss. I'm just looking at MEXC right now. I'm on MEXC just looking at it. 2% gain, risk 1 to 2, doesn't really do it for me. I'd have to be so tight to get a 3-to-1. The trade, the risk-reward ratio is just not there. It would have to be more of a move. I'd have to go for the whole gusto to really get this to pan out. It could happen, though. They just stop you out before they shred you out. I'd like to be below that line if possible. You know? Right there ain't bad. You can shrink this down. It doesn't have to be that wide. Now, I'm going to finish those super chats. Don't get me wrong. I'm in the zone right now. So put $500 at a very small point of leverage, 10x leverage, $5,000 trade. If we start to bump up to there, I would add another 500 and then just get out, right? Always use a stop loss every time. So look, if I'm in a long, I can click this. All right. So I'm going to enter. Right. What I like to do is just open the long immediately. Right. It opens the trade. All right. And then I just go down here and hit add. And then I look at the situation, you know. I'm like, well, my stop loss is going to be at 28,000. I could say right below 28K. And then my take profit is going to be at 29.9. And I could go to 28.88. You know what I mean? Just to be like, so my take profit is going to be 28.8. And my stop loss is going to be at 27.950, right? And there you go. And you always use a stop loss. Very simple, right? There you go. And if this, I'll either get stopped out or I'll make it. And I'm not going to risk a lot of money. I'm not going to be able to lose my own whole portfolio, right? So it's like, and that's a trade, man. You either get stopped out or you win. And you walk away. Do that over and over again until eventually the probabilities play out in your favor. Like, there's really no other way to do this, right? Look, already up $4. It's the fastest $4 you could make in your life. So funny. All right. Anyway. And I kind of see what's happening. And I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. This could dump in my face. I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that idea. All right? Anything could happen. It's all good. All right. All right, let's get back into the super chat. Shout out to everyone kicking it with me. Thank you for being here. Shout out to the 1,050 people on the live. May God bless each and every one of you. Bybit is my favorite for trading. I love the way it's easy to just side up and down your limit. Buy, sell, stop, take profits. Hey, there you go. Also really easy to lose money too, though, right? I'm just... You can slide it all... You can slide your money all the way out the door. You know what I mean? Let's take a look at Chainlink here on KuCoin. Wow, massive move for Chainlink. Honestly, Chainlink saying they're going to start using SWIFT and save the banking system or something. You saw that, right? I spent some time on that. I'm a big Chainlink holder. I hold it on my Coinbase account long term. And I believe Chainlink will do numbers again. I believe it's going to be a $150 coin at one point. I really do. I really, really do. In my humble list of opinions. And it's going to be more like how Chase became a known bank. You're going to have like these main 50 staple. You know, Atom is going to be a known coin. Band is going to be in there. And Chainlink. These are interoperable coins that connect different blockchains together. They really make it, they really bring it together. They really show you what's happening, you know. And could the 4-day pop all the way up to the 200 SMA? I tell you what, man, I've been backtesting this on multiple time frames. This tells me that Chainlink is going to pump to the 200 SMA. This is the little trick that we've been using in my trading group to make massive gains on tiny altcoins when they're on the daily of the 22. And they pump up to the 200 SMA. I started backtesting this more and more. This looks very, very likely. And we could bowl out again, but eventually it says that this was eventually going to hit this take profit area. So Chainlink on my radar for that massive move. It's hit rock bottom. I can't believe it's at 757. It's really nice. Like, Bitcoin paved the way for crypto to be great. Pushed really hard. If it keeps pushing, it's going to pave the way. We're going to get more market cap action. And then lo and behold, the altcoins are at the perfect place to be grabbing them on the low. Like, this is beautiful. The whole last 2 weeks, the altcoins have been beaten up. Yeah, that just, I could see Link hitting the 200 SMA. Chainlink, baby. And I own a bunch of Chainlink. I love Chainlink. God bless the Link Marines, right? Is that what we're called? The Link Marines, right? Or the Link Lieutenants, whatever you want to call us. Chainlink. I think it was the Link Marines, though, right? When it was like hard, when it was going hard, it was the Link Marines. Am I wrong? I can't remember. Super chats, DAV, ACH, and OP. XCH, let's take a look at XCH. The Chia. So look, I had it on the 3-day coin I was watching. Did we get stopped out? Technically, we did. It just hit our stop loss right there. 16%, not a bad stop, right? I mean, easy. You can easily climb back from that. Coming back from the low. So, hey, is this the next entry point? And again, we had previous resistance, but we didn't hold the SR flip. Once you see that starting to fall, kind of can the trade. You really don't even need to lose the 16%. You can lose 1 or 2 because once this candle closed on the 3-day below that resistance, then you knew you were probably going to have to touch this next one. So that's why I like using support and resistance in the trade, because if it starts to lose the area, you don't even have to hit your stop all the way. You kind of move on. All right. So this thing looks like it could plow out. I like what I'm seeing for this XCHCHIA. Shoulder, head, and the shoulder. I remember when I first saw this type of inverted head and shoulder, it was Morpheus. So I call this the Morpheus pattern. You know what I mean? The Morpheus network pattern. This thing could make bacon on the beach for sure. 3-day daily's high like the whole market. But we'd have to get the anomaly daily where things pump even as the daily kind of careens down or we go sideways here. But because we had such a tumultuous low, and I believe the alts are going to start coming back soon pretty nicely, despite what the daily looks, the 22's low. I like what I'm seeing here for this. Very unlikely you would get stopped out, but anything is possible based on probability because we've had this higher low. We finally made our first higher low in a long time. Your first higher low is really the beginning of a new trend. To be super safe is to wait for this higher high to get broken and wait for the next higher low because that would establish an entire trend. This is riskier now because you don't have a trend established, but it still looks pretty good on the 22-hour. All right. And I believe today may be the day I get back into constant altcoin jamming, but I just, I don't want to over push us into times where the probability is just not there. Weird for me because for the last 18 months, we haven't really had an alt low like this. Even in the bear market, the alts could short or long, we were getting movement. The last 5 or 6, 7 days because of the movement for Bitcoin, banks collapsing, everyone running in, financial ideas. Altcoins don't have the narrative that Bitcoin has. And because of that, you're seeing Bitcoin taking the gains and Bitcoin becoming the bigger. And that's what happens. If you've been in this trading for a long time, you're going to see Bitcoin take its dominance back at certain times. And that's the ebb and flow of cryptocurrency. And that's kind of what keeps us privy. That takes you some time because you can learn TA and know your TA from the stock market, but then you have to start learning this stuff. And that's when it's not easy. You got to be like, wait, what is dominance? Where is tether dominance? What's happening? And kind of what's going on with the rest of the market, right? So shout out to Sin City Crypto, man. God bless you guys. Guys, check them out today. Shout out to everybody on the live. Shout out to Ben and his book, man. Ben wrote a great book, Catching Up to Crypto. Seeing him in Boston at his book tour was so cool for me. Man, Ben, that was one of the greatest memories I've ever had. If you're ever out there, man, God bless you, brother. What a great team. Yoke shoulder, head, and the shoulder, getting tight on the moving averages. I like 22 could boom. This is a trade that someone said they're getting more coins, though, in circulation. It may kind of give it some trouble. It did bounce off the 618 after it came back up in the golden pocket, which gives me some hope. It's now riding a 0.5. So 0.5 meaning the 0.5 Fibonacci zone. This thing could continue to the upside. I like what I'm seeing. The measured move would take you to 525 on optimism. It's one of the hotter, bigger coins. You know it's eventually going to rip. Not having a bag of optimism, I believe, is probably a bad idea. Getting down here at 39 cents probably was the time, though. It's kind of a little overdone at this point. But again, optimism, yeah, because me, like, it's ship has sailed. Like, it can already 10x, and then it's like, well, when I could get in on the coin and it already 10x, I'm a little sad. I'm almost like, let me look for the better position, you know. Bitcoin ordinals, XRP small time frames, and Filecoin. Let's take a look at XRP. So we called the pump for XRP. It was beautiful. Shout out to anyone that jumped into that move to the upside. And we saw a possible flag that could continue. Remember this here? Little falling wedge. It hit the 21, but it didn't. It went sideways. That would have stopped you at a 6% stop had you taken the move. What happened to this perpetual? Looking all right. Now you're down the fastest $16 you can lose. I really don't like trading Lev. It's not my thing. Swing trade's more comfortable for me personally, but I can still show you what goes down, you know? Okay. XRP broke out and then formed a little flag here. I like this. So let's reassess. I always have to reassess. It's just how I am. My mind just can't take too much. Okay, shoulder, head, and his shoulder. It's kind of a complex head and shoulder there that got negated. You know, thank the heavens. And we broke out of this tight channel. I had made the giant channel. But that tight channel broke out. We were talking about that. big resistance for us for XRP really is sitting at 67 cents. It's our next zone to worry about, and then this area here at 56. So we have two major resistance points until we get into some more chop and deal with it. Kind of a gap of the VRVP with a node sticking out there. We could get quickly to 77. All right. And that coincides with this resistance point right there. So this is kind of where we stand. And then we have our low that we hit at 9 cents was the low. Even this is up no, it didn't go there, but 30 cents was the low for XRP on this rally. Now I can slap on my moving averages. They're super tight. A move was coming. That's how I knew a move was coming. The moving averages were too tight near the point of control. It's very likely we were going to get a push to the upside here for XRP. Again, it's got a large market cap, so it was also very likely you weren't going to see like massive fireworks, but you were going to get a push, 15, 20, 30%, something like that. That's what we got. So you got above the previous resistance here. You just got to stay above that now. You got to stay above that now, and this will follow Bitcoin somewhat. So what I see happening here is something like this. That's a symmetrical triangle. It can break out 50% of the time, up or down. But this suggests that we could get to about 57 cents. I would watch this flag to the upside. If Bitcoin moves, this can move. 1 hour is a little overbought, so to me, it's telling me that the trend line will probably break down to the trend line. So what we want to see is this. Now, mind you, that smaller time frame, Bitcoin's in a flag. This is in a flag too. So the aggressive move is to enter right now. It's very aggressive though. All right, I have to be honest. Smartest, less risky play would be to wait for price action to tap this area here one more time when the 1 hour resets on the stochastics RSI. I like to put alerts in the middle of these stochastics and on the bottom of the stochastics. It's my alert system. Even put alert here. If those alert hits and we come into that area square, I mean, you're likely getting into a really good positional entry. However, anything is possible, and I'm not a financial advisor, so nothing is a guarantee. 29% gains coming for XRP back to 57 cents on my radar. I hope that was a deep enough dive for you. I felt like I scuba dived XRP right now. I was like down under 60 leagues under the sea scuba diving that puppy. Let's take a look at the 8 hour time frame here for Filecoin. I've been watching Filecoin. Looks like it's going to do an XRP. Just like XRP made this giant, more, a bigger kind of symmetrical triangle, eventually broke on out. I see Filecoin getting tighter in the zone and eventually making a move to the upside. 8 hour also suggests a bit of a move. The daily's just kind of indecision, could go sideways. It's the 3-day chart that I'm really looking at for a lot of these coins, and the 3-day chart is ready to blast. A little more minutia into this cone, and then I could see Filecoin ripping to $11, $12, $11.90. So this is what I'm looking for here. A possible big move for Filecoin, about 100% gains coming out of Filecoin. I would watch Filecoin on the 3-day chart. Again, the 3-day. Sammy on the 3-day. And who else gives you the 3-day chart? Pushed and polished, ready to rock for you every single day, baby. I love you all. Thank you for being here. We're almost out of here. 12:07. I went above time. I don't know how I did that. Let's take a look at File USDT. Again, on the 3-day. Remember, I posted CKB on the 3-day. I posted other coins that hit on the 3-day. Pre-search. No one paid attention because they slowly hit on the background while no one's watching. They're watching the daily. Then you look back 2 weeks later, my 3-day chart pumped to the upside. You got to have, And now Lakochi Coker. Shout out to Lakochi, man. God bless you, Lakochi Coker. Love learning. CNC Ireland. Everybody here on the live, thank you for being here. May God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. So what are Bitcoin ordinals? Ordinals theory drives the mechanics behind how Bitcoin ordinals work. Ordinal theory defines Satoshis as atomic unit that could be identified and traded individually on the Bitcoin network. There are 100 million sats that make up one Bitcoin. Sats are numbered based on the order of mining, and this number, which uniquely identifies a sat, is an ordinal number. All right? So Bitcoin ordinals are when you use one Satoshi, I guess, to encryption some type of art. So Bitcoin NFTs, aka Bitcoin ordinals, aka digital artifacts, are a way to inscribe digital content on the blockchain, Bitcoin blockchain. The Bitcoin ordinals protocol was launched in January 20 by Casey Rodarmer. The protocol allows inscribing of digital content like art onto Bitcoin blockchain. Unlike non-fungible tokens on Ethereum and other blockchains, Rodarmer wanted to create an immutable on-chain presence of a piece of art, text, or video. The Genesis ordinal was a pixel art of a skull that Rodarmer inscribed on December 14th, 2022. As the NFT space on Ethereum ERC, as the NFT space based on Ethereum's ERC 721 standard skyrocketed to 2021, Rodemeyer, who is a programmer and artist, saw the opportunity to create a similar yet unique experience on the Bitcoin blockchain. His solution was Bitcoin Ordinals based on ordinal theory, which he went on to implement through 2022. Ordinal theory concerns itself with Satoshis, giving them individual identities and allowing them to be tracked, transferred, and imbued with meaning. The ordinals hype really kicked off in February 2023, 6 weeks after the Genesis ordinal was created. So now you know what a Bitcoin ordinal is. It's basically a one Satoshi. It's a piece of a Bitcoin, all right? How do they work? Bitcoin ordinals are based on ordinal theory. Ordinal theory drives the mechanics behind how Bitcoin ordinals work. Ordinal theory defines Satoshis as the atomic unit. By being a unit of transaction, sats can be inscribed with digital content that make up Bitcoin ordinals. They become immutable digital collectibles that can be transacted on the Bitcoin network using Bitcoin wallets. As per ordinal theory, sats can be attached to a security token, accounts, or stablecoins using ordinal numbers as stable identifiers. Due to the broad set of use cases the ordinals can support, Rodemeyer prefers not to equate Bitcoin ordinals with NFTs. The use case of ordinals to number a sat that's been attached or to inscribe with a JPEG can be called non-fungible token on the Bitcoin blockchain. Although the ordinals use that found market fit, although the ordinals use that found market fit is that of NFTs on the Bitcoin. That found market fit, it's worded strangely for me. How to buy and sell them, much like process of minting Bitcoin ordinals, and the trading process hasn't had the matured tool. Yet there are a few tools to trade these digital artifacts. As Bitcoin ordinals grow in popularity, most of the trades have been largely over the counter. Collections such as planetary ordinals and Bitcoin punks among the first 1,000 inscriptions were transcribed mostly without an NFT marketplace such as OpenSea or Blur. However, tools like Ordinals Wallet, Hero, and Xverse allow us users to buy and sell Bitcoin ordinals. Users can buy some sats within the wallet using on-ramp payment plugins and perform the transaction to buy and sell ordinals. How have ordinals been perceived? And we could go on and you could spend a whole day on this deep dive on the ordinals. All right. So we're back and we know where we're at. We're watching the 7-minute flag. I've opened up a trade. You saw me. So I put my money where my mouth is. I'm also wanted to buy more Bitcoin before that pump. And where did we go? We went from 27.3 all the way to about 28. We just went up $1,400 in like a sweet shot, right? To the upside. Tight moving averages did tell you that something was brewing despite the overbought 7-minute stochast. Yeah, now we need to break through the resistance at 28,800 really is our next. This is it here. We got to get back above this to remain bullish. We break through this today. We're golden, baby. We're golden. All right. A lot of people would short this resistance. I just be careful on Bitcoin. All right. And let me make sure I went through all the super chats. I don't want to leave anybody hanging. I would stop the show every day at 12, but we always leave somebody hanging on the super chat. I got stopped out on VeChain, ACH, and Luna, my favorite stacks. Super chats are clear. Lakochi Coker. All right, everyone, I'm out for the day. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 868 beautiful souls in the live stream, 658 likes. May we get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Attitude is gratitude every single day. I have just so much gratitude for my life. I go to sleep with it, I wake up with it, and I live with it every single day. May God bless each and every one of you, and may you have a wonderful day. I have even more to go over. I didn't get a chance. The DXY, so many other things to go over, and I didn't get a chance to do it. A little scattered today. I got to get, I'm usually a little more focused, but I'll get there. Let me take a look at the dollar index. I need to see it for myself. We talked about it yesterday being in this bear flag that could drop to the downside. We drew this flag. It did break down. Really, really nice that we got the breakdown. We also showed you that was my area where I wanted the dollar to go. I've been tracking the dollar dropping ever since it was in this. Remember, I drew this circle here, and I've been doing this for you every single day. I predicted that we would drop down to the circle. This circle has been here ever since I drew it like this, right? And I've been tracking it every single day for you without a day off, just looking at the dollar index, and it's coming now into my spot. I also showed you the head and shoulder that I don't know anyone else saw because it was absurd. Someone else must have seen it. It's not that bad. But I showed you this, which told us that we would drop to the circled area too as well. So far, everything going the way it was supposed to go. Anyone who shorted the market is getting absolutely rocked and wrecked. Anyone who believes we weren't going to go back above 20K is getting rocked. I think someone said we would never see 25,000 again for another 4 years. I don't know who that was, but shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. May God bless you all, and I'll be back for another amazing live stream tomorrow. Thank you so much for the love. You never know. I might come in tonight too. You just never know when you're going to see the lifer again. In 2 hours, 2:30, I'll be on Debate Crypto. Let's talk about it. Let's blow this channel up. Let's go there and bang on him. Shout out to Tito. I always send him a little message or say hi. All my hardcore streamers, I love them all. We're all a family, man. The bigger he gets, the bigger I get. Like, we all grow together, you know what I mean? We're all pushing the space together. Debate Crypto, man. Crypto Keeper and Crypto Crusader, the two coolest guys in the game. And I'm so blessed to be on their show today at 2:30. I cannot wait. I want to, if they put it out yet, no, but they're going to put it out soon. I'm going to be on Debate Crypto today at 2:30. And then Around the Blockchain, Google that there. Another show I'll be on today at 5 p.m. is Around the Blockchain. See me there. I can't wait to see you there at 5 p.m. We have a blast. Shout out to DZ. Shout out to BitBoy. Shout out to everybody around the blockchain. So I'm out for the day, but you'll see me 2 more times, Debate Crypto and Around the Blockchain. And then if you're in the trading group, you're going to see me from 6:30 to 8:30. We're going to have another awesome private screen share. So everyone, thank you so much, and I'll catch you tomorrow.